Hey, Instagram. Still quarantined, eh? It is, what is today? Is it Tuesday? It's Tuesday. And, yeah, man, this stuff is getting deep, man. It's getting thick, this lockdown. You know, I don't know, it just sort of hit me today. Things are getting canceled. Dead and Company. I love the Grateful Dead, love Dead and Company. Their tour got called off today. They were going to be out in July and August. And we're going to try to catch them once or twice. And not happening. Actually, late night last night, Sarah, my wife, and I turned on an old Grateful Dead show on YouTube. And we were looking at the sea of people. All the shirtless, people just in a mass on this big stadium field. And it's just not going to be happening again for a little while, man. It's kind of daunting. And not to get everybody all bummed out, but today it's just like, dang, what's up? So I'm glad we got a good guest tonight that's going to cheer us all up. I want to thank John Viner for coming on last night. We had a great hang. And tomorrow night I got a great friend, Al Thompson, an actor out of New York. We're going to catch up. And then Thursday, Alex Sulkin, great writer, showrunner on Family Guy currently. And we're going to just talk about life and creativity and business and all that kind of stuff. Creative business, that is, how you can make a life, how you can earn a living being creative. And I tell you, this guy tonight, Eric Stanley is his name. It's a little bit of a departure. We've been going all Hollywood basically for the last couple weeks, all comedy, a lot of Family Guy presence. And, tonight is going to be different. This guy, he's a young man. He's from Richmond, Virginia, or he lives in Richmond, Virginia right now. I'm going to find out where he grew up in a little bit here when he jumps on. But, this guy struck me when I first met him, and we'll talk about that. But just a super positive guy, super energy, amazing musician, and I'm thinking he's got his electric violin ready to go tonight. So Eric, go ahead and jump on here whenever you want. I'm scrolling through to make sure you haven't yet. Let's see, is that you? No, not yet. Yeah, hit me up, Eric. Let's jump on here, but. Yeah, let's get through this together, I don't know when things are going to get back to normal. I see Liz Harding. Hello. She's saying Hollywood's not going to start back up in production till September is the word, which, not a surprise. We just all got to chill out, man. We just got to get through. No relation to Eric E. Stanley, the DJ from back in the day in RVA. No, he is not. Eric Stanley is my guest tonight. There was a great blues DJ in town named Eric E. Stanley back a while ago. Are you hitting me, man? Are you hitting me? No, not yet. All right. You're not flying under the name Dark Panther now, are you? I thought it was E. Stan. There he is. He's gonna be up here in a second. So sorry for the mechanics of all this talking, but yeah, when things get tough, you gotta fire through. You gotta work through, and that's what I've been trying to do today. Can I do the Cleveland voice? You bet I can, Dark Panther. I'm happy to. It's a privilege to be Cleveland, honestly. Even though I created Cleveland, but it is a big privilege to play a character like Cleveland. So I think Eric is asking to jump on here. Yes, he is, and I'm going to add him to a ray of sunshine, and you're going to see what I'm talking about momentarily.
Yo.
There he is. What's up, dude?
What's good? What's up?
Not much. I like your hat.
Oh, appreciate it. You hear me all right?
What's that?
You hear me all right?
I guess not. Let me turn my volume up. I think your microphone's fine. Yeah, there you go. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. Chilling.
Yeah.
What you up to?
So, just hanging I was just saying today got a little tough, man. It's just every once in a while this grind just it hits you and you got to just fire through it. You got to work through.
Mm.
Um, you know, there's just a lot of things keep getting canceled. You may or may not be aware of Dead and Company, the latest incarnation of the Grateful Dead. But John Mayer
Yeah.
is their front man, and we're huge fans. And they just called off their summer tour a couple hours ago. So
Wow.
you
Yeah.
know, it's
Most of my events got canceled back in like February, like
yeah,
early February.
yeah. For the summer, you mean?
Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
So
We were still
I've been
holding out
cooling
hope.
it.
Yeah. Are you in Richmond, Eric?
Yep. Mhm.
All right. And did you grow up in Richmond?
No, well, yeah. So I pretty much, and I call myself from Richmond. I was born in Chesapeake originally,
Okay,
but Richmond's
not
home
far.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we're talking to people. I had a lot of people from Europe and Australia listening in last night. So
Hmm.
certainly people all over the country and some people dotted all over the world here. So
Oh, snap.
yeah, just so we know. What's up, Martha Chandler Westbrook, RVA Heart? Yeah, we love RVA. RVA is Richmond,
Hey,
Virginia.
it's lit.
Yeah, feel free to shout out at your friends that you recognize rolling up there. But so Eric, I'm talking with Eric Stanley, who I met probably about maybe six years ago, something like that. And you were playing your electric violin at an event that I was at called Celebrity Waiter, which
Mm-hmm.
which was run by Michael Robinson, and it benefited kids who showed promise in schools that generally you can have all kinds of folks at. So so you were sort of setting the mood at this charity auction, and my good friend Jonathan Mayo was running the actual show with Mike
Yeah.
Robinson, and it was cool because there were a lot of Seahawks players there. Richard Sherman at the time,
Yeah.
Marshawn Lynch was
Yep.
there, and I actually hung out with Marshawn for a while, and what an awesome guy he is. He's a total trip too. But
Yeah.
your music, you capture something special, man. There's true spirit in what you do, and my friend Trib Sutton just said met him and bought his CD. So I don't know if you want to bust. Do you have it handy, or do you want to just give us a little taste of what
Oh
you do,
yeah.
and then we can
Yeah.
talk?
I gotta sit here.
There you go. All right.
It's
So you don't see,
The Fender violin.
is that right?
Yep.
Oh, badass, man. That's great.
I'm gonna
Um,
play some. Hold on. Let me jam out. Look. Make sure my sound's on. Y'all hear it?
Yeah, man. Play whatever you want. Play whatever your mood is right now, and whatever whatever you want to play. Just give us 30 seconds or a minute or something, or whatever you want to do.
Okay. Dope. Let's see if y'all know this one. All right.
All right.
All right.
You nervous?
Yeah, I'm nervous.
I don't think you're nervous. You know your audience, my friend. You crushed that. I love that. Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
But I gotta give you like backstory, man. So I used to always like wait for like Sunny to come along and like watch Family Guy.
Is that right?
And
So,
yeah,
so
so
you're
like
you're you're a big fan. Okay.
when I saw you at the Celebrity Waiter thing, it took me a while to put like two dots together. I was like, I know that voice.
Yeah, I don't look like Cleveland. That's great, man. That's cool. So, all right. So, when did you discover Family Guy, and how old are you, Eric?
Dad, I just turned 29. My birthday was 2 days ago.
Hey, happy birthday! That's
Yeah.
awesome, man. Yeah, man. Tell us about your musical journey. I believe your family is musical, right?
Yes. So
And so, to talk about your earliest memories of feeling that passion, because what I'm doing, Eric, is I'm talking to people about their creative passion, and I love it when people follow that and follow that little voice inside them that says, go do this thing that feels good, keep going. So when did you first, discover music and that you were good at it?
So I started when I was in middle school, and I didn't really enjoy it at first. I wanted to start playing violin because my brother, he played the viola, which
Mm-hmm.
is like a step up, from the violin
All right.
in terms of size. So it's a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
And he used to play like video game music. Some of y'all familiar like Zelda, Sonic the Hedgehog.
Okay.
He would try to play that on the viola, and
Sweet.
I was really inspired by that. So I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna be better than you, but I'm gonna pick the violin."
All right. All right. So that was in middle school.
Yeah, that was middle school.
So how did you take, obviously you started taking lessons. Was that at school or someone through your family, or how did
No,
you?
I didn't take lessons until I want to say just about high school. High
Okay.
school, I started taking like professional lessons and stuff.
So did you just pick it up and just start figuring it out?
Uh, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I pretty much figured it out because I was doing piano too.
Okay.
So I was doing like, like playing video game music, like on the piano. I was just like, I love video games. So that's kind of how like the passion started for like playing other types of music too, like hip hop and R&B
Hmm.
and stuff like that.
So you're a video gamer? Did you grow up
Oh
play?
yeah,
You love
yeah,
video games, and that's funny that some people are inspired by Beethoven, some people are inspired
hmm
by Sonic Hedgehog.
yeah.
Um, that's cool. So yeah, because when you were playing at the event where I met you, you were playing sort of popular music
hmm
on your electric violin, which was completely new to me. I had never heard that take on popular music.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, when I got to college, so I took lessons for about 4 years all throughout high school.
Where'd you go to
And
high school?
J.R. Tucker.
Oh yeah, okay. So you
Yeah,
moved to
J.R. Tucker.
Richmond and went in the
hmm
West End of Richmond.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I
And
took
and,
a.
and let's just keep talking about your journey. Let's take it as you go. So
mhm.
you're in high school, you're at Tucker. Were you in a band there? Were you doing
Um, I was in the regular orchestra class,
okay.
so I did play. I played a little bit throughout church. So my brother, he played. He was like a minister of music at like probably 6 or 7 different churches.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he would take me along to just like kind of just learn about music and how to like read music and stuff like that. And after a while, I started bringing my violin to play along. And at first, I didn't know how to freestyle or improv or anything. I was just I would just play like one long note, right?
Right. There you go. Got to
But
start somewhere.
they were trying to turn my volume up. I was like, no, turn it down, turn it down.
So you were shy. You were trying to figure it out. So
Yeah.
so that's a good point. Like a lot of people want to get into something, but they're shy about it or hesitant, and so you just powered through that. How'd you break through that nervousness? Did you just get better and realize you were getting better?
Um, I think I broke through it because I was always kind of like shy about playing the violin. It wasn't the coolest thing to do growing up.
Hmm.
Kids made fun of me. They made jokes and stuff like that. But I played in front of like my whole high school when I was a sophomore, and I'll never forget it because that was the first time like actually playing solo, like doing a solo in front of people like that. I was always in the background, like playing along with my brother at different
Right.
churches and stuff.
Right. So
And
you were like 15, 16?
yeah, 15.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was interesting. I was like, wow. I saw some of my other peers and stuff. They came up to me and were like, man, you killed it. You did a good job. And I was like, wow, really? I think I should. You think I should keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I saw it shift. So it was like, at first it was like, oh, the violence not cool. You hear people talking around school and stuff. And then after a while, they were like, yo, the violin is dope.
Yeah, you championed that thing. You turned it cool. So when you were crushing it that day, now obviously you're probably nervous. Your solo's coming up, and then as talk through that. Do you remember actually playing and remember the adrenaline and the feed of the crowd coming into you, or did you just kind of space out and get lost in what you were doing, and then all of a sudden everybody's clapping?
I think I just kind of got lost into it. That was the first time I really like got goosebumps playing the violin. You know,
Hmm.
before it was kind of like, I'm just going through the motions.
Right.
I'm just doing this for a grade, you know,
Right.
in school and stuff like that. But it was the first time I actually felt the music.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm talking to Eric Stanley, who's a Richmond, Virginia guy, which is where I am, which is where he is, and taking a little departure from the comedy tonight to just talk about pure inspiration and good stuff. And
Mhm.
somebody's asking you who your favorite violinists, who inspired you on the violin.
Oh, it was these two violinists who were on America's Got Talent. Uh, you, some of y'all probably seen them before. They're called Nothing But Strings.
Okay.
Another guy in the group is called Damien Escobar. And so I saw them playing. You know, they were doing like the dance moves and stuff and choreography,
Right.
and I think again, I was in high school. It was a while ago. This is
Right.
like, yeah, this is America's Got Talent was a lot different back then.
So what was your mindset in high school? Was this a hobby, or were you starting to think, I got to find a way to play this thing for my life?
Well, I was playing basketball, you know, doing typical stuff like sports and
Yeah.
you know, heavy in the gaming and stuff like that. I didn't really think of music as like a career
Hmm.
because it wasn't something that was my environment. It just wasn't there, you know.
Right. What was your environment?
It wasn't music, you know.
Right. Just your
It
high school
wasn't like
environment or your home environment? What?
I mean, like you know, at school, like the other kids saying, you know, like it wasn't something that people thought that you could make a career out of,
Right.
like playing the violin.
Right.
And
Right.
so I was trying to, you know, really go hard at just like playing basketball, sports, you know, training and stuff like that.
Right.
Um,
So then I know that you ended up going to Virginia Commonwealth,
mhm.
VCU. So did you go straight there from high school, or did you take some time in between, or how did that work out?
Oh, I went straight there.
And was that something you had to audition to be accepted in the music program?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna go to school. I wasn't gonna go to college.
Hmm.
I remember the right when I graduated, I was just like kind of like sitting around the house. I was at my mom's house and just playing games. I had no like direction.
Right.
And one day, my mom came in the room after I was like binging on the games and stuff, and she took the Xbox, ripped it out the wall, and I never saw the Xbox. But she was like, go online and apply to a school right now. And I was like,
Good for
you know,
mom.
I don't want to go to school. I was just like, you know, mad at her and stuff like that. But
Right.
I'm really glad she pushed me because it allowed me to get around different types of people, and it allowed me to like, you know, college is like a stressful environment. It
Right.
pushes you to like keep going.
Right. And so did you live at school? Did you live in a dorm?
Hmm.
Did you live at home?
Yeah.
Okay, so you full on just immersed yourself in college and in the music department.
Hmm.
And I know Joe Seipel was, no pun intended, instrumental uh,
Oh
in, uh,
yeah.
in working with you down there. Now,
Yeah.
Joe Seipel is the former dean of the art school and was head of the sculpture department for years, where my dad taught. My dad was a sculpture professor and taught at VCU for about 35 years, and Joe was the head of his department and a great guy who I'm still in touch with. So you got in there, and then did you have a job? Did you like work at the pizza shop? And did you
Uh,
do typical college, job
so
type stuff?
initially, I started doing YouTube in 2009. So I started before I got to college.
Okay.
So I was uploading videos. I started in like maybe the beginning of 2009 or so.
Okay. Hello, Claire Henderson from Lift Coffee. I miss you guys. I used to have an office right there. Um, so you were making money off YouTube.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
I was performing. I started performing like traveling around the world around like yeah 2009 2010. So all throughout college, I was just traveling.
So how did that start happening? What am I talking about college for? How did that happen?
Um, well, YouTube it just brought so much exposure. You
Right.
know,
You were the Justin Bieber of the electric violin.
yeah, because nobody first had, I don't know why no other violins were doing it at the time, but I just thought it was so cool to be able to come up there and just play music,
Yeah.
right? And this is back in the time where there's There's no endorsement deals. There's not all the extra flair and stuff. It's just like, hey, here's a camera.
Right.
I never forget the camera I had. It was like a $50 camera,
Yeah, doesn't take
a
much.
handy cam.
Yeah.
And I would record straight through the audio of my computer.
So, and so that was when you were in high school, or
Yeah,
just after?
like senior year.
You started in high school. Okay. So you started making money off YouTube. Then people noticed you, and did a management company or a booking agent contact you and want to start sending you out, or how did that go?
Just people started hitting me up for shows and stuff. And so I was just doing it by myself. I was answering emails, responding to gigs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then about like a year down the line, I linked up with my agent, Janet Williams.
Okay.
And she helped guide me in like, just brand stuff.
And where is she based?
She's based in Connecticut.
Okay. So is that primarily an East Coast booking situation with her, or is she kind of covering? I mean, I guess you just said you were in Europe.
Everything. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay. And she saw you on YouTube.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. And so your phone's blowing up, and like, hey mom, can I go to Venice? Or like what happened?
So the dilemma with this was trying to balance school also while having a professional career.
And this is college at this point, or are you still okay?
Yeah, this is college. And so I wasn't really good at balancing at first. Like my first year, it was a struggle because
Right.
I'm over here like making these YouTube videos, and then some of my teachers are telling me like you need to be like practicing like your schoolwork and all this stuff like that. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, I think this stuff is going to be a big thing one day.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I went through that experience because it allowed me to like think about how can I finish school first, because
Mm-hmm.
that was the biggest thing. My mom, she wanted me to finish
Right.
finish what I started.
Yeah.
That was super important to her, and
Yeah.
not just like drop out and just like go do my thing.
So did they like love you? Did they were you on a scholarship, or were you like, or just, were you just like, you got into the program and then you just got to pay for it?
Yeah. I just got in there, no scholarship.
Okay.
So I stayed in the music program for 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I was just struggling with my grades. It was hard to balance that. And that was probably like the hardest time in my life because I really didn't know like where my direction was.
Right.
I was being pulled all different types of ways. Everybody's telling, hey, you should do this. You should look like this.
Right.
Wear this,
Right.
Like, this is before I met my agent.
Okay.
After a while.
So did you, I mean, how did you deal with that? How'd you do? Did you just kind of, you don't strike me as the kind of guy who would have like had a bunch of wine and tried to cope. I just feel like you're a guy who is
really
grounded.
I put the pain all in the music.
Mm-hmm.
See, my hardest years were really 2010 to 2012.
Okay.
And I never forget. I would just make videos, make music every single day.
Right.
And just put it up. And the interesting thing about the video is that I wouldn't even say anything. Like I didn't talk. I wasn't vlogging.
Right.
I didn't tell anybody like where I was at. It was
You just turned on the camera and did your thing. Turned the camera off and uploaded it.
And I just focused on just that feeling of like, all right, if I'm feeling bad, I'm going to make sure I play some music. Maybe it could help somebody else.
Yeah. So speaking of music, I mean, I don't want to put you on the spot. I mean, you can pick up that thing and start playing whenever you want, but play something that's on your mind or something that you're feeling, whatever you want to play.
Okay, so I'll play this song. This is one of the songs I made this song back in 2010 when I was almost about to drop out of music school.
Yeah.
I was close to giving up and just like really just giving up all the music stuff because it was too much pressure.
Yeah.
Way too much. So this song right here is called.
So what were you gonna do if you gave it all up? What would you have done?
I guess just go work at the music store or something.
Right. Is that when Joe's?
You said which?
Is that when Joe Seipel helped you out? Is that when is that
Yes, yeah. Joe
and
Seipel,
what did he do?
he kept me in the program. I didn't have the grades, but
Hmm.
he kept me in the program long enough so I could switch out and go to a different degree.
Okay.
And that was the best. Like that right there, just gave me like so much room to be able to, just like breathe. And so
Yeah.
I switched majors and went to interdisciplinary studies and
Okay.
finished out VCU there. But
Okay.
this song right here is called it's called Rise Up. I'll play a little bit for you guys.
Yeah, man. Play as much as you want. Eric Stanley.
Let's see.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. Yeah, that's that comment right there. You got a lot of these, you got a lot of thumbs ups, you got, you know, it's so great. I mean, I'm telling you, man, the first time, I walked in, I was kind of excited to meet all these football players, but
Mhm.
your music is really what I remember most from that night, aside from clowning with Marshawn. But yeah, man. So, and then I'm sure you remember shortly after that, my father passed away, and
Mhm.
you were nice enough to come and play it at the party that we had for his celebration. And just it just touches people, man. And you're playing on a spiritual level. I mean, truly. And
I appreciate it.
yeah. I mean, you got it. You got it flowing through you, and your positivity. And one thing that I love about you, and we had lunch about a year ago, maybe six,
Mhm.
8 months, a year ago with Paul Rucker,
Yep.
the artist, and I want to get him on one of these sometime soon too. But it's just your what draws me to you is your positivity. People can be so ridiculous, especially online.
Mhm.
Just blindly hating on people, and you often comment on just staying positive and just ignoring all that. And where does that come from? Is that just how you've always been, or did someone teach you that, or
Uh,
did you?
well, I grew up in a single parent household. My mom, she worked three jobs. So
Hmm.
every time she would come home, I would notice how she would leave all of the stress from her work. We
Hmm.
weren't even aware of it, right?
Yeah.
And so you kind of pick up on those things
Yeah.
early on. Um, with in regards to like the music, it just helped. I know how much it helped me. I know how much it can help somebody else as well.
Yeah.
Like you know how it is. I mean, you log on social media now. It's crazy. Like you go on Twitter.
I
It's
don't go on Twitter. I haven't been on
Yeah,
Twitter in a year.
yeah.
I'm not kidding. It's awful.
Yeah, it's the wild wild west, and I wanted to use my platform to be able to do something good,
Hmm.
right? And I knew it was more than just music. I knew it was more than just entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I started to just put out as much positivity as I can. At first, people were like, "Why are you all about this positivity? Nobody's positive all the time," and that's true.
Mm.
You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have good
Right.
days as well. But it's like hopefully it's more good days than bad days, right?
Yeah. 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 But yeah, man. So you got a lot of that from your mom, a lot about,
Mhm.
just a positive spiritual role model, I guess. And
Mhm.
are you religious? Did you grow up going to church? Do you still go to church?
Oh
Are you
yeah, so we
and
all grew up all church background, and that's where I got a lot of like, that's where I learned to like play by ear
hmm
was in church. Um,
right.
I had no idea how to like how to freestyle and improv and stuff, but you see the organist and the piano players and stuff, and
Yeah.
they just do it like it's natural.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So yeah, so Eric Stanley, I'm talking with my buddy here from Richmond, Virginia, and I seem to be having more bad days than good days right now. What do you say to Sarah Dawn 1985?
Oh, yeah, so when I was okay, I'm gonna bring it back a little bit to 2010 to 2012. That's when I had like that was my worst. That was like the worst time in my life at that time.
And it was bad because you were confused and you weren't sure what you were supposed to be
Yeah,
doing.
it's just I didn't know like where my direction was,
hmm
right? All of a sudden I'm a college student, and then I put a couple videos up, and then like everybody's calling my phone.
hmm
And so, with that comes uncertainty.
hmm
It comes, I was also dealing with depression at that time. So
mm
it's like I'm dealing with all these things that I didn't prepare for.
Yeah.
I didn't prepare for them. And I guess what I would say is dealing with the bad days is when you feel at your worst, you should be thinking about how can I help somebody else? Like,
Yeah.
how can I produce something that's that could possibly help at least one person?
That's so great. And that's true. So how did you find your direction, Shelley Ray EP? Was there a moment that stands out? What was there a turning
Uh,
point? Was there a crystallizing moment?
oh wow! I say the best moment was I was in Gainesville,
Okay.
Gainesville, Florida, and it was like one of these. I was performing at like a college concert, so it was it was three rappers on the bill. It was Wale, J. Cole, and B.O.B.
Okay.
And then it was just like me.
Right. Right.
So I was like, this is kind of crazy. It was my first like big show.
Yeah, that
It's
sounds like a
like
big show.
it was about 8,000 people in the audience. I never forget getting on stage and everybody's like chanting like yeah yeah going crazy and they're chanting. I think they were chanting like J. Cole or something like J. Cole J. And they but I'm going on next.
Yeah.
So when I get on the stage, they're like, oh, what's going on? It was just like shock. And I started playing music. It was like a big pause at first, and then people really started, cheering and like getting into it. I think
Sweet.
at that moment I knew like, all right, this is something I should keep doing. This makes
Right.
me feel good.
And so I think the depression is a huge factor, but
Hmm.
then you were also torn between the school, the regimen of school, and
Yeah.
the popularity on YouTube. And
Hmm.
so were you sort of like afraid if you kept doing the YouTube stuff, you would run out of chops because you weren't learning the stuff at school, or like what was the dilemma? Because it sounds like you kept throwing stuff up there, um,
The dilemma was
or was it
it,
just a depression?
it was a lot of it. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
mostly it was just a depression, and when you're depressed, everything's amplified. You
yeah,
know, everything seems worse than it actually is.
yeah,
And actually, looking back, it wasn't that bad, but it was things that I had to deal with.
right,
Like my family, um, single parent household, reconciling with my father, things like that. That
yeah,
when you bring fame into the picture, it really messes it up.
yeah,
If you're not like if you haven't dealt with that at first, and
sure.
I
And
literally
you're
couldn't go anywhere. I go on a plane, go on the airport. Somebody want to take pictures. It was crazy. Like
and you were
I
young.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's tough, man. I want to address this. So Sarah Dawn is she loves to help everyone out, but when she needs someone when no one's there. Bad days started when she lost her mom 3 years ago. So I does it still apply? Just keep giving, and you will get.
At, not all the time, because sometimes you have to focus on. Um,
Don't ignore what you're dealing with.
yeah, you
You know
can't
what I mean?
ignore it
You can't do
completely.
that.
So I took, I did take therapy. I went took the classes, and in the Black community, it's not something that people talk about. Like
Right.
we're not going to be talking about like, hey, are you depressed? Are you gonna like, nah,
Right.
you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like get over it, you know.
Right.
But I did take therapy. I started talking to my friends, my family about it. Like, hey, I
Mm.
don't feel good. I'm tired of this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, they told me like, hey, you gotta keep going, man. Like, you can't stop.
Right. Right. Well, cool. Well, I'm definitely glad you worked through that. And so you
Hey,
got your
I want
what
to
your
shout out to Jeremy Green in the comments. He's an awesome viola player.
okay, sweet.
Yeah,
Uh, where is he? Where's he located?
he's in San Antonio. You still in San Antonio, Jeremy?
Does your brother still play the viola?
No, no,
No.
no. He stopped. He still plays the piano though. He's a phenomenal pianist.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I saw a video with the two of you guys playing, and maybe it was
Mhm.
you on the violin and him on the piano.
Yeah. Mhm.
Um, all right. So you got your degree, and then what?
So
And what year did you get your degree?
2000 I graduated 2014.
Okay. Jeremy is in LA now,
Okay, hey.
going to Hollywood.
All right,
Uh,
dope.
so, so you got your degree, and
Mhm.
then you just touring? You still doing videos? You're releasing records?
So as soon
What's your
as
business?
when I graduated, I started working on my first tour,
Mm-hmm.
and I put out my first EP, first project,
Mm-hmm.
and that first tour that was a lot of work because
Yeah.
I did it out of pocket. I paid for everything.
Right.
Um, getting that tour ready and stuff, and my agent she helped out as well.
So what kind of venues would you play? What kind of was it
Uh,
at events or was it just
these
come?
were like concert halls.
Yeah.
I played in. Um, I went to Seattle. I went to Norwalk, Connecticut, New York, San Antonio, and most of the venues are like either around like 300 to 1,000
Okay.
seats. Mhm.
And are you headlining these things?
Yep. Mhm.
Did you have anybody backing you, or was it just you and
Um,
your loops? And how did
I
you?
had like some people come on and like like do like the pre-show type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But for the most part, it was just like me and a DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is that still what you're doing? Like,
Mhm.
what do you? Okay. And
Yeah.
how many gigs? We'll address the current situation, the coronavirus
Oh
lockdown
yeah.
later. But
Oh,
how many?
so right now I've been doing a lot more shows. I've been partnering with different like other violinists and stuff. So right now I've been doing shows with Daniel D. He's
Okay.
another phenomenal violinist from Charleston, South Carolina.
Doing them online, is that what you're saying, or was
Uh,
this before the
oh,
lockdown?
like concert venues.
Yeah.
The last show we did was in we were in Texas for the MLK March. The one before that
Okay.
was in Charleston. Yeah, Charleston, South Carolina.
So how many would you do? How many gigs did you do like in the last year before the lockdown?
I did about close to 40.
Okay.
Yeah.
So one a weekish.
Hmm.
Probably yeah. So that's pretty sweet. So are you writing music constantly? Are you just constantly recording stuff? Do you improvise stuff and then go back through and listen and tweak it or not?
Oh yeah.
What is your process for creating new music?
So I'm just writing right now. I want to put out like a full length album, like
Mm-hmm.
studio album. Just compile like of all my music and
Mm-hmm.
like all the music I had from because I still have a whole bunch of songs that are unreleased that I haven't put out there yet.
Okay.
Um,
Where can people hear your music?
oh, so you guys can hear it. I got a bunch on YouTube, my website, ericstanleystore.com.
ericstanleystore.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out. Now I'll remember.
You said the Frozen video.
Yeah, we still frozen here?
Are we
Like,
frozen?
how long do you practice a day? And does it feel like work?
1 to 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like work. To the other thing I like to do as well is I'm a programmer, so I like to code and stuff.
Okay.
Um, and I picked that up in when I was in my junior year of college. So I was
Are you
really
on
like,
Apple Music or Spotify? Someone's asking.
I need to get the Apple Music and stuff straight. I have to get that straight because somebody took over my name.
Okay. Okay. So right now it's just on your website,
Hmm.
ericstanleystore.com.
Yes.
Um, how about, okay, the video a little choppy, but not frozen. All good now. All right. So I'm hanging with Eric Stanley, and we're talking about just letting the passion flow and staying positive. And so, how are you feeling about this lockdown? Are you abiding by the guidelines? Are you hanging at home most of the time, or how are you
Oh yeah,
feeling
I'm
about this?
abiding by it. Yeah, of course. Because I first heard about it when I was in San Jose. I was at
Hmm.
Google headquarters.
Okay.
This this is February 25th, and they were talking about closing down
Yeah.
um, like the whole area pretty much.
Okay.
And and I was like, okay, something's getting serious now because it
Yeah.
wasn't even a case there yet. It was on
Yeah.
a case in Seattle, yeah, Seattle at the time,
Yeah.
and oh, they said the video's fun. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. We were, my wife and daughter and I were in LA, and we were supposed to be there for a couple more days, and they shut down the NBA, and we're like, we better get home. So we
Yeah.
we cut it short and just boogied back. And
Mhm.
and I asked if you're abiding by it, because today, today has got me down, man. I'm just like, it's hitting me today. I'm just like,
Mhm.
man, and I'm blessed. I'm in a great situation, in a nice home with tight with my family, and everybody's cool. But something about today, I don't know what it is. It's just, the TV will crush you, when you see all the images and the numbers and the
Mhm.
politics. Everybody's blaming everybody, and it's just like, I just want to
Yeah.
be able to go to the restaurant or to the store or whatever, and
A coffee shop. I want to go to coffee. It's been so long.
and you feel, and I always, again, I just feel so fortunate in my life that I've been able to get where I am by following my passion and working through all the
Mhm.
crap along the way. But I just feel so fortunate, so I'm almost hesitant to complain at all. It's like, oh, poor
Yeah.
me, I can't go get my
It's interesting. Like when I
community.
had the opportunity to like travel and hop on planes and go other places, like I didn't take it. But
Right.
now that I'm on like quarantine, it's like, oh, you can't go anywhere.
Yeah.
You gotta stay inside, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, apparently Tom Brady just joined.
Oh, it's not. What's up, Tom?
He's psyched he got his tight end
I heard
back
about
today.
a story. He was in like a park or something. He was like working out, and they told him like they like to like social distance or something like that. I thought that was dope.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Um, no, but no, that's my friend Barry Purcell, who every time I do one of these, he writes Tom Brady just joined.
Oh my
So,
God.
so yeah, lockdown is driving me nuts. I've got an 11-year-old, a 7-year-old, and a 3-year-old. Ugh. So
Woo.
you got a house full, and I'll make the joke. I hope you got some weed. Hope you can get out back for a second. No, I'm kidding. Uh, you know, the young kids have got to be tough right now. I got a
Yeah.
16 and a 12, which, it's not so bad. But if they were younger, I'd be throwing them out the window.
Woo.
Um,
Wait,
I want to
how
go
old
to
are you?
how old am I?
Mhm.
I'm 54.
Before,
Yeah. I
yeah.
seem like I'm 30, 37. I know, but no, I feel 54 today, man. I don't know what it is, but
It's the quarantine fatigue.
yeah, yeah, it's okay, man. It really is. It's just you gotta, again, when it gets tough, you gotta just stay positive and know that it's gonna get better if you just stay
Yeah.
positive. So, yeah. So,
Definitely, I would say because the first week when all this stuff started going down, I was like following the stuff like every single day.
yeah.
Like I was on Twitter, like I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, oh, like looking at.
So wait, my wife just said, "Whoa." What did you say, "Whoa" about, honey? Um, at how handsome I am. Uh, anyway,
35 said, I'm
I,
35 and feel
I feel
65.
65. I've had those days. Yeah, I feel 54 today. I usually, yeah, thank you,
Yeah.
luminaries in Flood and sports. Yeah, I feel younger than I am. I was joking the other night. Whenever I see myself like on here, when I'm talking to somebody that's handsome, like you are, I always feel like, man, I thought I was so much better looking than I really am. Your age, it's a joke. Oh, honey, come on. Yeah, I got a good one. You've met Sarah. She's the best. I got lucky. But yeah, sometimes you feel young, sometimes you feel old. But I want to know how you stay positive, man. Do you pray? Do you meditate when things get tough?
Oh
Do you
man,
just play your music? I guess your music is your meditation.
you know what? I play basketball.
Oh yeah,
hmm
that's good.
Huge stress reliever. I always loved the game, and just like, even if it's, you're not playing, like, you're not competitive or anything, it's still just fun to just shoot,
Yeah,
early in the morning.
yeah, no
Can't
doubt.
do it now, but.
Yeah, that's true. Um,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah. So my friend Josh Huff who just had a baby within the last week. He goes under Monty Brewster. He's asking who's on your quarantine and what are you doing to make them happy? Who are you stuck with right now, Eric?
Oh, my quarantine?
Yeah, yeah. Who's on your quarantine?
Like, what, like, team, like what?
Like who you locked down with? Are you by yourself?
Oh
Or
yeah. I'm solo.
are
Yeah.
you solo? Oh my God. Um, how, how's that?
It's tough. Well, yeah, it's super tough. I
Yeah,
gotta have a schedule. At first, when the quarantine stuff happened, I was like sleeping all day.
yeah,
Didn't have, like, it was like everything was super unbalanced.
yeah.
Like, sleep, I was like awake all throughout the night, sleep throughout the day.
So you run out and grab some groceries every
Mm,
few days? Is that the gig?
yeah.
Um,
It feels like I Am Legend every time.
yeah, yeah.
Got the mask on and stuff.
Who's your favorite basketball team or player? Who'd you like growing up, probably?
Um, whew. My favorite basketball player was Steve Nash.
Okay,
Yeah, the Suns.
he was a grinder, huh? Was he
Yeah.
Canadian? I think he might be
Yeah,
Canadian.
yeah, he Canadian.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's cool. He actually did an episode of the Cleveland Show. We had Steve Nash, LeBron, Dirk Nowitzki, Dwayne Wade, Shaq,
Yeah,
and
everybody.
Kevin Garnett, and there might have been one more. I didn't get to meet them because we
Mhm.
just recorded them remotely, but I did send LeBron and Shaq basketballs ahead of time. I sent them to the studio to get them to sign them. So
So, like, when did you start doing, like, were you always remote recording? Is that how the industry, like, works with
you
voiceover?
can. I go to In Your Ear, and I know In Your Ear
Mhm.
studio. Paul Brewski. I've been working with Paul, the sound engineer down there, for
Mhm.
25 years on different things, and then once I started spending most of my time back in Richmond, I would record from there. And so I recorded from there last several weeks ago, right kind of the day of the lockdown. And then right now, I've been talking to the sound engineer in LA, and I
Mhm.
have to buy a Vanguard V4 microphone. So I ordered that yesterday, and that's going to take a week or something to get here because it's
Yeah,
back ordered. And then I'll just have to go in a quiet room,
yeah,
and I think they'll be able to actually use what we do for the current episodes. Family Guy's still going. The writers are zooming in,
Mhm.
and animators work individually anyway. So much of it's virtual that you can keep doing it.
Wow. I
Yeah,
never thought this day would come. Like, this is crazy. Like,
this is
everything's pretty much like, digital Zoom,
yeah,
Zoom and stuff like that.
yeah. It's a trip. I'm working.
That's what threw me off when I first met you. Because I knew of your work in the show and stuff.
Hmm.
I was like, wow, wait, he's here in Virginia right now? Like, why? Because I'm thinking like LA,
Yeah, yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. My I
What?
came back here for family
Mhm.
reasons, and I'm able to do that, and it's a miracle, man. I can't believe I can do that job from here. But even in LA, if I was there and Seth was there and
Mhm.
Alex Borstein was there, whoever, we wouldn't be recording at the same time anyway. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, everybody lays it down, and then the sound engineer builds a radio play, basically
Mhm.
that 25-minute version, that's all audio, and then they animate to that. So
Somebody said, Penny said, "Is that a green screen
a
behind
green
you?"
screen? No, that's our basement. And there's Cleveland at the very end. And yeah, but I do have a green screen in storage that I'm thinking about busting out, and I want to turn this into sort of a more legitimate production. You know, now everybody's used uh, to doing this. I don't know if you watched the damn Tiger King or not, but they threw in a
Yeah,
phone.
but
Did you see the extra episode, which with Joel McHale interviewing some of
there's
the
another one?
people? Yeah, they just threw it up a day or two ago, and I saw the way they produced it. They just gave everybody an iPhone, and it's just like this, but you know, it's more of a production. So I want to try to figure that out and do something cool down here. So you know, maybe this becomes
I'll
my
show you.
Wayne's World.
Look, I got the keys. I'll show you a little bit. You know,
You what's that?
I'll show you how to do some stuff. You know, the social media and whatnot.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit you up
Okay.
if that's all right. I'll get you a free Kicked in the Nuts T-shirt or something. But yeah, and I promised some people some T-shirts last night, and I got a few DMs. If you DM'd me, please include your name, address, and T-shirt size. That's all I need, and I'll send it to you. I don't know if I'm going to be able to send them to Europe. I got to figure that out. But please send me T-shirt requests. Name, address, T-shirt size. And I'm hanging with Eric Stanley, and love talking to you, buddy. What
Somebody said
else?
podcast. Do you have a podcast?
Do I have a podcast?
Yeah.
I don't. There's your
Door.
faucet and your door. Yeah, let me turn mine around. What happens when I turn mine around? There's my tripod where my light is. See, I got a little light. I got light shining on me right there. That's my production secrets. So I got a tripod with a tripod with a light.
I need to get one of those lights. So it's like, cause it's like dark. You know?
Yeah. I'll hit you with the. I think it was. I got it off the Apple website, like just like the Apple website under accessories, and I'll tell you which one. You know what else I got? You're a music guy. I got the Hue drum. Have you seen this thing?
Is that little thing like? Do?
Yeah, it sounds a little bit like a steel drum, which I play for like. Just play it for like 10 seconds at the top of every one of these. I love that thing. That's a meditation. I can't even imagine you're meditating when you really know what you're doing on an instrument that sounds so great.
Someone said cool light up there.
Yeah.
Mike hates podcasts.
That's my buddy Josh. And Josh's dad taught with my dad and Joe Seipel. So it's all yeah. It's all interwoven. It's incestuous here in town. Cleveland, there's a head in the freezer. Oh, and sherbet. There's a head in the freezer. Oh, and sherbet. I don't even remember half the lines I've said. Is that an actual line from a show? Yeah, so let's, you want to play another tune? This thing's going to cut us off. It's going to cut us off in 7 minutes. So I would love to get in a nice tune before that happens. And then we can sort of just wrap it up.
All right, this is my little cousin. She wanted me to play this song. This is Drake's new song called 2C Slide or something like that.
All right, sweet. Eric Stanley. Damn, dude. That's hot stuff, man. That, you know, all these comments, chills, amazing, you know, you got this, man. It's just so great. Love what you do, man. Love who you are. So tell people where to find you so they can click. I don't know if they can click on something we see, but it's you're at eStan. Is it 247? What is it?
247
Okay.
ESTAN 247. That's my like username pretty much everywhere. YouTube,
Yeah.
Facebook. Gonna be starting up, you know, making more videos on YouTube, like tutorials and you know how
Okay.
to use and stuff like that.
Okay.
But you guys, I do a live stream like I think live stream either like Tuesdays or Thursdays on Facebook. So I'm up
Okay.
there just like jamming out and stuff.
Sweet. Yeah, man. And then that ericstanleystore.com. So yeah. So yeah, man, we got a couple more minutes. So what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do after this?
Oh,
You're gonna hang up and you're gonna go make a TV dinner. And
oh my goodness. No, I think I might just go on a vacation. I'm gonna go to Dubai or something.
no, I'm talking about tonight. What are you gonna do when
Oh
you hang
yeah,
up?
no, after all this stuff. No, I'm probably just gonna watch a movie. I'm gonna watch Sonic. I just got the new Sonic movie.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go kiss my daughter goodnight, and my son's over here half the time. He's not here tonight, and I guess Sarah and I will just kick it and watch some TV and fall asleep and wake up tomorrow wondering what day it is. Yeah, TV dinner. Yeah, you remember those things? Did you ever have a TV dinner? God, we had those sometimes when I was a kid. This with the tin foil.
Were they ever good? Like, were they good? Or was
They
it
were
just
they were fun. I don't know if they
kind
were good. It's like Jiffy Pop popcorn. Did you ever make Jiffy Pop and then it would just blow
yeah.
up like a big old bonnet? And it was the saltiest, terrible popcorn, but it was much fun. I think their slogan was, "It's as much fun to make as it is to eat." So it was actually more fun to make.
That's right, Hungry Man.
Yeah, and Swanson. Yeah, man. Well, yeah, I guess we can call it a night. But I'm definitely gonna hit you up. I want to talk about some of your social media stuff, and I'd like to turn this into a little bit more of a production at some point.
Oh
And
yeah.
sooner than later. And you seem to have a handle on that. And man, let me know whatever I can do for you. You know, I'm right here, and whatever. So
So what you can do is for my birthday you can give me a G7, a jet.
oh, okay.
No, I'm just,
Yeah.
no, I'm just-
Let me maybe, yeah. I'll make some calls, see what we can do. But yeah, I wouldn't mind one of those, man. That'd be fun. That would be good. But Eric Stanley, I think you are as good as they get, man. I think you're an awesome spirit and love your positivity, love your vibe, love your music, and I just think you're awesome. So
Appreciate it, bro. Thanks for having me on, man. And this is dope. I want to
yeah.
see more of this. This is dope.
Yeah, man. Check it out tomorrow night. I'll be talking to my good friend Al Thompson, who I met 24 years ago, 23 years ago in New York in acting class. He's been in a bunch of movies and TV shows, and he's a great spirit as well. And then on Thursday, I got Alex Sulkin, who is one of the showrunners on Family Guy, hilarious guy. And, we're just going to keep doing these. I think I'm going to go Monday through Thursday from now on, just because why work harder than you have to,
True.
But anyway, I will be hitting you up, and we'll talk a little bit more on the side. And thanks again. I appreciate you. Much love to you, my friend.
Hey, you already know. Stay inspired.
All right. See you, Eric. See you, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow at 8 Eastern. All right. Peace.